are you? Good girl. Hey, kia ora, Helen Brahms here, coming to you from Claremont, Florida, which may be the last night or it may not be. We don't know. We won't find out till tomorrow morning because I can't call the reservation desk till tomorrow morning to find out if we are able to extend for another week. So tomorrow night we may come to you from Claremont or somewhere completely different. Who knows? Anyway, had a busy day today. It's been a very adventurous, actually it's Sunday. It's normally my R&R day, but nope. Been slowly, but not really, trying to get the RV ready to move because one way or another, whether we stay at this campground or we move to another one, we are moving sites. So it's a matter of I seem to have pulled out more stuff today rather than putting stuff away. So that's going to be one of the goals tonight after I get off this live is doing a quick cleanup. It'll probably take me about 30 minutes. And so we shall see if we will be, oh, hey, where you going? I'm going to talk about you in a minute. Doesn't want to snuggle now. 2 minutes snuggles last night. Oh, she just went and put herself to bed. Hope she realizes she's still got to go for a walk. We'll cross that bridge in a few minutes. Anyway, so we had, so Zephy was on the loose last night. In other words, I put it to bed. It's so funny. When I put it to bed, I lay on the floor in front of her crate, so my head is inside the door of her crate, and I reach in and pet her and talk to her. Then I get a blanket and I put it over her, so literally tucking her in. Oh, jeepers, I'm like 10 minutes early. Oh, I'm keen tonight. Okay. And tuck her in. So I had done all of that last night, but instead of closing the door, I thought, she's not really feeling well. So I'm going to see what happens if we let her come up on the bed. So she was loose in the RV last night. She had the option of staying in her crate or going and sleeping on some other surface in the RV or coming to bed with me. So while I was getting for bed, she made the decision to come and get up on the bed. I have to say, she is a snuggler at night. She likes to snuggle up, but she doesn't come up near the top. She stays down at the foot of the bed. And it's probably because at the moment I'm sleeping with my head at the foot of the bed and my feet at the head of the bed because the head of the bed is lower than the foot of the bed because of the lean. And I still haven't gotten to Home Depot to get those bits of wood that I need. She stayed down there, and of course it was nice and snuggly down there because I had a quilt up against the headboard, and so she was snuggling down there, but she was snuggling in the back of my knees. And even when I turned over, she would move to then snuggle back up again. So she's a snuggler at night, which is kind of interesting. So yes, she probably got more sleep than I did because I kept waking up hot and throwing covers off and then burying her in the covers. Poor puppy. She got abused last night with blankets being thrown on her. But she did really, really good. She stayed at the foot of the bed. She didn't bed hog, which was nice. Well, she kind of did because she kept snuggling up closer to me. And, of course, I would move my feet away from her, and so she would snuggle up a little more. But she didn't hog the bed as in sprawled out and not giving you any space and using her feet to push you away. When she did sprawl out, she sprawled out lengthways along my back and did that. So she did do that one time. So she did very, very well. And then today I had to take her to the vet because yesterday she was very lethargic and kind of restless. And she had down the area on her belly where she had the spade surgery, she had an irritation there that was peeling. And so we took her in for that. They're examining her. That whole irritation was gone. It was gone. She wouldn't let me check it this morning. I went to check it this morning. She just curled up. Nope. Wasn't letting me touch that area of her body at all. But when we got to the vets, everything was clear. Her whole physical came out bright color, flying colors. And she got her some of her shots updated. Some of her shots she needed was boosters, and other ones she was too young at the time to get them last time we were there. But interesting. So it suddenly made me think of a question that people probably ask, well, you're living in the RV full time and you're traveling around. What do you do when it comes to needing a vet? So what we do is I've signed up with Banfield Pet Hospital, and they have like a monthly plan that you pay, which gives you discounts and some stuff for free, some stuff not, but it has all the I got the package that includes the dental, so every February she'll get a teeth clean and that sort of stuff, even though during the week I'm cleaning her teeth. I'm still using my finger for her to get used to it, and I'm going to start her on a brush probably next week, maybe later this week. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But I will start her with the brush to see how she does with that. But I signed up with, one of the reasons I signed up with Banfield was because they're nationwide. Wherever I go in the States, if there's a PetSmart, there's a Banfield's not far away if there's not one in the store. And her records are in one central file, and they just need to type in her name, boom, up pop her records. So when I go to one, they can then turn and see what the other vets have done, when her shots were done, what shots she's due for. She has to go back in no sooner than 2 weeks and no later than 4 weeks, because one of the ones that she one of the ones that she got is for a disease that dogs can get when they're around, not Bordetella, there's another one that they can get, especially if there's a lot of wild animals around. And when you're out camping in RV parks and stuff, if you're away from the city, you can get a lot of wildlife and things. And there's a disease that the dogs can pick up from them, and so they immunize them against the top 4 most popular, kind of like the flu shot, the most popular strains. So she's got that, and she has to go back in 2 to 4 weeks to get the booster for that. So I don't know. I said to them, well, I'm not sure where I'm going to be in 2 to 4 weeks, but we'll find a Banfields and go in and say she needs the booster and get it done. Then her heart guard, she got the shot for her heart guard, and that's going to last her 6 months. And her flea and tick is coming up due, but they don't have the medication there at the hospital, so I have to order it. So I've got to go to somewhere like Doctors Foster and Smith, or what was the other one, Chewy.com, and order it online. And then when I order it, it requires a prescription. So I then put in there the name of the vet, contact information for the vet. They will then go to that particular one that I saw today, who will then turn around and send them in the information, the prescription to them, and then they will send me the flea and tick stuff. But I have to figure out first how long this process takes, because then I have to figure out where it's going to get sent to, so that when I get it, I can send it, so it's not caught up in the mail system somewhere with me trying to figure out. So trying to figure out if I should have it sent to my box in Solana Beach, to then turn around and have them ship it out to me wherever I am. So I'm still working on that one, only because I don't have my mail forwarding service set up yet, because I'm still trying to decide on Texas or South Dakota. So weighing up the options on those two as to which one would be the better fit for me. So that's how we deal with vet visits on the road, is we've got the national, we're with Banfield Pet Hospital. It's nationwide. I can go into any of the Banfields and just give them her information, and they can pull up her records right there and then. So I'm not having to drag records with me all over the place and find a local vet to go see, for her to go see. What happens in a place that doesn't have a Banfield? That is a very good question. I don't know. We'll just have to find a local vet and deal with it that way. I don't know, because whenever she said to go to the vet, I've been in a place where there's Banfields. And for those of you who went and watched the video yesterday of Jason in Walmart giving you alternatives to toilet paper, thank you very much for supporting him. In less than 48 hours, he has almost 200,000 views just on Facebook. And then I spent some time with him this afternoon, and we got it all set up on YouTube. So I'm actually going to put the link in the comments. So if you guys can go to YouTube, view the video, like the video, all of that, that would be awesome, because there's some influencers on YouTube I want to get that video in front of, because it's such a great video, and it was all, I'll tell you, it was all off the cuff. None of it was practice, rehearsed. So I was talking with him and Brittany today, and they were giving me all the behind the scenes stuff. And he said at one point she went like this, and he kind of gave her a funny look, and there's a small group of people were standing there watching them. So I said, did any of them have the phones in? They're like, I don't know. He said, I was just watching Brittany. I thought, good man. Eyes on the wife. So yeah, so I'm going to put the link for that into the comments below. So if you could please go to YouTube, like the video, watch it, like it, so it gets up there. That would be totally awesome. I'm also looking for, oh yeah, how many times is like 6,800 shares that video's had and almost 200,000 views in less than 48 hours. It's, people need to joke. Find something to laugh. Okay, so here's our lesson for today, which I had totally not planned because it just popped into my head. Find something to laugh about. Everybody's so worried about everything else and panicking like crazy. Cut the panic. Panic is not going to help you in any way, shape, or form. It puts extra stress on the body. The more stress you have, the lower your immune system goes. So we want to keep the immune system high, so we need to find things to laugh about. So one thing I did when I was leaving Virginia and heading to California is my final night at my caregivers group, I gave them each a different colored reusable shopping bag. And these were bright colors. There were yellows, there was pinks, there was blues, there was purples. And so in each of those bags, I had, I don't have it with me. It's in storage. I had these little keychains that were all animals, and you would press the animal and press the animal's belly, and it would start laughing. And it caused you to laugh. I mean, I haven't come across anybody yet who has seen one of these key rings in action and not laughed. Then I also had a notebook in there along with a set of colored pens. And the idea behind the notebook was it was their happiness journal. Anything that made them happy, if it was a joke they heard, a line they heard that made them laugh, a video they had seen, whatever it was, they were to write it in the happy journal. And the idea of the happy, my C just cut out. Yes, must be down to temperature. I don't have to yell. But the idea of the happy journal is that whenever you have happy thoughts, you put them into the happy journal. So then if you're having a down day or a not so good day, or you need to de-stress or anything else, you pick up your happy journal, you open it, and you read all these happy thoughts, these happy sayings, these jokes that make you laugh. So it becomes sort of like a collection place for all the funny stuff, so that you can just go pick it up, flip through it, and look at something. And it could be like cutting out a cartoon and putting that cartoon strip in there as well. Whatever you need to do to put into the happy journal that will make you laugh or lift your spirits when you're feeling down goes in the happy journal. So that's what everybody needs to be creating these days, is a happy journal. So find yourself a notebook, a composition book, whatever. Find yourself some colored markers, colored pencils, crayons, colored pens. I have my my 8 colors here on the 2 different pens. I also have a bunch of highlighters here. I've got colored pencils up in the cabinet over there, so I had to think where they were. And I have empty journals with me, so I'm going to go start my happy journal, because I think my other one got packed. It's in storage. So I'm going to start my new happy journal. I don't know why I didn't think of that earlier. So that, in times when there's panic, people are seeing the stuff on the news and everything else, and yes, it is serious, but people are also blowing things out of proportion. They're not keeping a clear thinking head around this whole situation that's going on. You just need to go into the supermarkets to see people going absolutely nuts with buying more food than what they could have possibly used in the next month. I hope they have the storage and the freezer space and the refrigerator space for all the cold stuffs, because otherwise there's going to be a lot of spoilage going on. We've got hotels closing, we've got airlines not flying, we've got cruise ships not sailing, we've got theme parks closing down, concerts being cancelled, events being cancelled. People are getting depressed because they're stuck in home. I did a video a couple of days ago on Boredom Busters. Not just for kids, for adults too. Go find. When was the last time? I mean, how many of you out there, when you were growing up as a kid, would go and make a fort? You get the blankets and the pillows and the chairs and the couches and that, and you'd go into the living room there and you'd make your own little hut or a fort or something, and then you'd just spend the afternoon in there playing. When was the last time you did that? Go do it. I was trying to figure out how to do that with Zephy, but should try and climb up on top of the, Stephanie. Stephanie just put in the comments here, I'm eating my chocolate hummus you introduced me to. I actually found that video the other day I came across that video the other day. It popped up in my memories of when I discovered chocolate dessert hummus. That stuff is amazing. Yes, I would just say that it is amazing. If you haven't tried chocolate dessert hummus, go find it. I think that one I found think I found that one in Sprouts or Trader Joe. No, I didn't go to Trader Joe's. Probably Sprouts. I don't remember which market I was in when I found it, but that was back when I was in Solana Beach. That stuff is so good. And I've never seen it in another store since. So, mind you, I haven't really gone looking for it either. But it is really, really, really good. And I know I have to be very, very strict with myself with it. So, because it's so good. And then you get crackers to go with it. So, it's good. Even fruit. Get some fruit, cut up some fruit, and use it as a dip for the things like apples and pears, and even bananas would work too. But anyway, sidetracked. Thank you, Stephanie, for the sidetrack. Chocolate hummus. I'm going to put that on my list for the next time I get to go to the market. Where was I? Oh yeah. So find some fun things to do. There's a whole bunch. I don't know if you realize this, but on YouTube there is a whole bunch of educational stuff on there. And you can go and learn a whole bunch of stuff. Right now I'm doing courses, I'm watching a whole bunch of videos on YouTube and how to use YouTube as a marketing tool. Because it's a completely different platform to Facebook and Instagram and all the other social media stuff that's out there. It's very, very different on how you attract your people and how you keep your people and how you engage with your community, with your tribe on YouTube. It's a very, very different environment. So go onto YouTube. You want something different to do, go onto YouTube, find some things that you're interested in and look them up on YouTube. Put a timer on because you can run down a rabbit hole. I sat there one time and I just kept clicking the next video in the chain of these videos that this person had done on YouTube on how to monetize YouTube and how to work with YouTube and that sort of stuff. And before I knew it, 4 hours had gone by. I wasn't even paying attention to the time. It was just this is really good stuff. But, look at things. So go back to, when did I do that? 2 or 3 days ago, I did the video on Boredom Busters. So go check that out. There's a whole bunch of things. And you can be any age to do any of that stuff. I was trying to find things not to do on the computer. So there's a whole bunch of stuff on there, including a whole bunch of resources and everything as well. So go check that out if you're bored. But make a happy journal. Find yourself a journal, whatever color. Find, a bright pink one, a bright blue one, whatever color that makes you happy. Find your happy color and then go find a journal in that color and just grab pens and start writing in there and pasting in there jokes and comic strips and if a garden full of flowers, not a flower full of gardens, actually that would be a good thing. A flower full of gardens. Yeah, that doesn't work. So a garden full of flowers. If you go, if that makes you happy, find some pictures of gardens full of flowers and paste them in there. Things that make you smile. It could be a picture of an ocean. It could be gorgeous sunsets. Because you might be grateful for the gorgeous sunset or the sunrise. What makes you happy? Make your little happy journal, stick it in there. So when you're feeling highly stressed, go in there and have a look. Even write down in there movies that make you laugh out loud. What's some of the crazy movies that you enjoy watching that make you laugh? The more you can laugh, the better your immune system gets, because laughter really is the best medicine. One of the things we found when Brad was in hospital back on after his first surgery, he had 12 inches of rectum and colon removed. They called it a lower interior resectional. But they wanted him to get up and walking as soon as possible because the walking massaged the internal organs and it actually helps the digestive system. The other thing they wanted him to do, which they said was really good, was to laugh. Because if you get those good belly laughs going, then it massages the internal organs and gives them their own aerobic workout. So what movies make you crack up and laugh out loud, rolling on the floor, and just having fun? So make your happy journal. Put in there movies that make you happy, songs that make you laugh. Because I know there's a bunch of songs out there with some crazy lyrics. One of the ones that Brad found early on with his colorectal stuff was the song about the colorectal surgeon. If you haven't seen it, go look it up on YouTube. Just type in colorectal surgeon song. It is hilarious, and you've got to listen to the lyrics. You might have to listen to it several times to get all the lyrics, but it was, we had so much fun with that, and his colorectal surgeon hadn't actually heard that song. Then Brad played it for him. He was cracking up. It was very, very interesting. So, find things that make you happy, that make you laugh. Put them into your journal. So anytime you're feeling like you're stressed, you can go there and you can look at that, because all this panic out there, all it's doing, it's raising your stress levels, which is not good for your health, period. High stress, not good at all. High stress will actually lower your immune system. Laughter and happiness boosts it. So get out there, get laughing, and do more. Just be happy. Choose to be happy. Choose to turn the TV off so you're not listening to the news. I did that years and years and years ago. I did fall into a trap with when 9/11 happened, and I was actually seeing a therapist at the time, and when she saw me walk in the door, she said, "What's wrong with you?" And so I was telling her everything that had been happening at work, with the 9/11 and everything, because I was working in a hotel in the DC, in Northern Virginia, so just outside the DC metro area, or part of the DC metro area, and we were right next door to the American Red Cross head office, so we're getting a lot of the American Red Cross people coming in. Our hotel was closed to everybody else but the American Red Cross, and I was working night shift during that time because my night auditor was on vacation, and we had the TV in the gatehouse area, because I was working in a residence inn. So in the gatehouse area, which is where they have their dining room, their little lounge area, the TV was on like 24/7 the whole time. So I'm there at work, I'm getting bombarded with this all night, and they said, "Turn it off." She said to me, she says, "You are not," she says, "limit yourself to so many minutes a day." And so I just turned it off and went cold turkey again. I very rarely watch the news. I don't like the panic that it tends to cause, or the high stress levels and everything else. There's so much more different places you can go for resources and stuff to hear the facts rather than the opinions that cause panic. So during the stressful time, find things to do to keep you happy, to play games, reconnect with people. You're thinking, "But I'm isolated." So if you're isolated, this device is really handy, because you can actually pick it up and call people. You can do FaceTime with it, so you can actually talk to people like I'm talking to you, but they actually talk back on the picture as well. You can get on Zoom. You can do Zooms on there. So there's Zoom calls that you can do. There's Skype. There's a whole bunch of ways that you can stay in contact with other people without leaving your home. So if you want to check up on friends, check up on elderly people, friends, neighbors, family that's elderly, check up on them, see if there's stuff that they need, if there's anything they need, go out and run some errands for them. Just because you're in isolation or putting yourself in isolation, the only reason I stay in the RV all the time is because I've got an AC, which filters all the allergens out of the air. Because I step outside there and I'm like sneezing and coughing, and people are giving me looks sideways, so to say, and they're like walking down the street and they're kind of like going like this around you, and I'm sort of like, "I swear it's allergies, I swear." So today I actually took my allergy meds, so I wasn't coughing and sneezing, knowing I had to take her to the vet. So think about things, be rational about it. Don't sit and watch the news all the time. Turn it off. Turn it off. Maybe limit yourself to 5 to 10 minutes a day just to do an update. If you want to find out about closures in your areas, go to your government pages, or go to your state government pages or your county government pages, and find out what the latest information is there. They're all putting an area in there that deals with the virus, that you click on it, here's the updates, here's the announcements. So if you want to know if there's school closures or anything, go to the school district pages. They will tell you on there as well. You don't have to watch the news to find out, because they'll just put all this high stress stuff in there that makes you go, blah, 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 blah. We want to calm down. We want to be happy. We want to be super fantastic and sparkling. Remember, no matter what happens, today is always super fantastic and sparkling. So that's it from me for today. Hang on. I need volunteers. So I need volunteers to get on a Zoom call with me, because I'm playing my bingo game here. And one of the things I have to do is demo how this, with a text message, can send a greeting card. So I need volunteers that I can demo this to. And since I can't go visit people because I have no transportation right now, oh, that's the other thing I had on here. I have got to give a huge thank you to Brett and Tony for allowing me to use Bertha for the week. You guys are awesome. Bertha was amazing. Bertha was a Nissan. I don't remember the model, but she was beautiful, and she had some shtick to her, that one. You put your foot down, she'd go. Very, very, very different to driving things. So if you would like to volunteer, please send me a private message so I can give you the Zoom link and we can set up a time to get on. And then I need a volunteer of at minimum 5 real estate agents or realtors. I need 5 people to have a look at it, to watch a video. It's basically watch a 5-minute video, I think it is. I know it's less than 5. Trying to see if I've got it here. No, it won't tell me who's got it. Okay, I think it's a 5-minute video. So I need 5 real estate agents or realtors who are willing to watch a 5-minute video to private message me so I can send them the link. But remember, go out, be happy, choose to be happy. Don't listen to the news, turn the news off. If you want information, go directly to the source. Go to your county pages, go to your state websites, go to the CDC, go to the World Health Organization pages for the local stuff on what's closed in your area, how long it's closed for. Go to the school district pages, colleges. Go to your college page. It'll be all on there. Most of them are putting it in a big banner at the top of their websites. Some of them it might be on the side. Some of it might pop up. They're all doing different sorts of things to get your attention to say, click here. So go click on those areas to see what the latest is, what the latest closures are in your area. If you've got trips coming up, tours, cruises, and all of that coming up, talk to your travel professionals because they have got the latest from the cruise lines, from the tour companies. Trust me, my inbox is getting flooded daily with updates. Like about every email almost says like update. And I'm like, oh, jeepers. It is a lot of information out there to take in. So I'm just basically, if somebody calls me about Royal Caribbean, I go to my Royal Caribbean folder. There's the latest update there, and I can give them the latest information. If they're calling me about Carnival, I go to my Carnival folder. It automatically sorts into there, and there's the latest information on Carnival. So it's saving me from having to go through and read everything. It just saves me a little bit of time. But I know I eventually do have to go in and read, so I will do quick glance to see what the latest is. When's their next sailing going to be starting? When are they looking at starting the sailings again? So just, talk to your travel professionals for the trips that you have booked to find out if they're still going, if they're not going, if they are going, if they're not going, that sort of stuff. If you have questions about travel and the coronavirus and things, talk to your travel professionals. Also check CDC website. They have information in there on, go to the, when you go to the CDC, click on travel, and underneath they have the travel notifications. Travel.State.Gov, another great resource. Just go there. They've got it right there on the banner, right at the top of the page. They've got the different travel warnings and everything up there. There is so much information, but we are not going to panic. We are going to reduce our stress levels by being happy. We're going to choose to be happy. We're going to choose to find things to laugh about every day to reduce our stress and boost our immune system. Remember, go make your happy journal. Draw happy pictures in there. Then you can go back and laugh at your art skills if you wish. You should see some of the art drawings that I have done in my happy journal in the past. And I can't show you because it's in storage. But some of the drawings I've put in there, I look at them and I am like, you have got to be kidding me. I actually drew that. And it's sort of like, wow, that is so out of proportion. And I just start critiquing my own artwork and it makes me laugh. So, and then if you could, I think that's it. Yeah. So go choose to be happy. Go watch a funny video. So I challenge you today, turn off the news for the next 24 hours and watch something funny. Go watch a movie, a TV series on Netflix, on Prime, on whatever the other live streaming things are out there, or if you've got them on DVD, go plug a DVD in with something funny that makes you laugh. And turn the news off for 24 hours. Don't look at the news for 24 hours. Can you do that? I challenge you. I want to hear if you did it. So tomorrow night when we come back on, actually I'm going to write it down here. Who lasted 24 hours? It's written in here now. Let's see. It is, what time is it? 8:17. 8:17 p.m. Eastern time. So we have until 8:17 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow to not watch the news. I challenge you. Can you do it? Can you go find some comedy to watch in the meantime that makes you feel good, boost your immune system? Remember, this device, call a friend. Say, hi, how are you? Call family members. Hi, how are you? Have a chat. Get on here. You can do video chat via these things. You've got Skype. You've got all these different ways that you can do a video connect with them. Check up on your elderly relatives, your elderly friends. Make sure they're all okay. If you can go do a quick shop for them, go do it. Help them out. We will get through this. We will survive. We've done it before. We can do it again. That's it from me. Have a super fantastic, sparkling evening. I will see you tomorrow night from wherever it is that I am going or not going. I don't know. We shall see. I'll find out tomorrow morning, and I will tell you tomorrow night. Have a super fantastic, sparkling evening. He konera. Right, you ready?